What's going on, everybody? How are you guys doing? Welcome, 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 welcome. Let me know if you can hear me. How do we sound? How are we sounding? Mic check 1 2. Let me know how we sound here. Maybe I gotta bring the mic a little bit closer. Happy Thursday. All right, this should be good. This should be good. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Mic check. Sounds good. Okay. I like it. How's everybody doing? Facebook and YouTube. How's everybody doing this? I guess it's not quite afternoon. It's still morning for all of us, most of us, no matter where you're at in the world. It's probably still morning or good afternoon for some folks that are 6 hours plus ahead of us. Yes, I see we got some folks here on YouTube. What's going on, June? What's up, M. Blackwood? Rock Expression, what's up with you? Rock Expression's in the building. We got Mona Ford. What is going on? Awesome. Sounding good. Good morning in Cali. Yes, if you're in Cali, it's definitely morning time for y'all. Okay, Facebook, my Facebook people. For some odd reason, the Facebook comment does not like pop up on the screen, but we'll figure that out within future streams to come. But I'm excited today, guys. I'm super excited. Adobe has finally heard our cry. For most people that have been, if you've been like doing design for a while, the software that you should have been using is probably Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop. But now Adobe, like earlier 2019, last year, they dropped the Photoshop for iPad. And we've been like cringing, like, man, we need this for Illustrator. And Adobe finally, they made the announcement last year, but earlier this week, they released Adobe Illustrator for the iPad. And I don't know about y'all, but that is super awesome. That's awesome. That's right there. Because now you can literally take your design mobile. You can do some graphic designs being mobile. We're gonna do a quick walkthrough, and as far as like what I've discovered, and the most like important part, that is mobile. All right, so you can do your vector work. You can come up with like the art drawings. You can do some digital drawing on the go. Just vector, being able to do things vector as like a whole is that's been the dream for most of like anybody that's using the Adobe software. So the fact that now Adobe give us the ability to do this with no issues, it's awesome. And of course, the app is still new, so there's going to be a lot more to come with the app. But from the beginning, this is good. This is some good stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna dive into it, and we're gonna play with it a little bit, just off of like first impression, walk through, see if we can figure out what is going on here, what we can do. And there are some tools that I like did some study on already that I know are available. And the fact that like most of like your files can be like what's the word, you can use your files on anything, either on your desktop or on your mobile device like the iPad. You are able to access, that's the word I was looking for, access your file via Adobe Cloud. That's awesome there, because I can be working on this thing on the train, on the plane, and when I get home I can open the same document up on my computer and finish it up. That's a good plus there. So if you're watching this, smash the like button wherever you at, share the video, let people know your boy E is live on YouTube, and we're about to dive right on in to this thing. But let me know in the comments right now where you're watching from, what city and state you're coming in from. On Facebook, let me know what city and state you're coming in from. Same thing on YouTube. Let's see where you are live from. Okay. And then shout out to my boy for the intro beat there, man. My man Lou Mel put this beat together for us. And that's gonna be the intro to the podcast. So if you don't know, the Entrepreneur Social Podcast is launching real soon, putting down the lineup. Let me know in the comments who you would like to see to get the interview with on that lineup. Okay, we got a few people lined up already, but I'm interested to know what entrepreneur that you know out there that you would love to hear their story and see how they started and how they grew. Okay, so let me know in the comments some of the names that you would love to see on or hear on the podcast. See as well, because the podcast is also going to be a video podcast, so there will be videos available to watch and audio on all platforms to listen to. Okay, I see some Levittown. Sergeant, where are you at in Levittown? We got Michigan in the building. Okay. Awesome. So yeah, it says Stan Banks, of course. Oh yeah, Banks. As soon as Banks can sit down and stop doing all this moving around, I'll be able to get him on this thing. But my man just be flying. Sin T-shirt chick. I didn't. Yes, that's one person I didn't. Okay, we'll get Sin on here. I'm gonna reach out to Sin. I totally forgot about Sin. Okay, Sin, Big Brando, my man Angelo from Cosmos. Maybe we'll get Cassandra on here from Blanks Galore. We're gonna have a bunch of people on here. I've already talked to my man Demish from Silky Socks. Like, it's gonna be a nice show. I'm telling y'all don't want to miss out on that. Make sure when that thing drop, you are part of it. Let's get the focus right on this camera here. Okay, good. And you already know I got the workspace going, man. This thing right now, this is my battleground. My battleground is it's going. All right, we got about 4 cameras rocking right now. I can switch back and forth, and I am loving it. You got to make the job easy. Rich Hustle Ninja. That's another boy. I've never really. I'm in a group chat with him that's Stan put together, but I need to holler at him more. I haven't really talked to him so much. So yeah, the Entrepreneur Social will be launching soon. As soon as that come up, the YouTube channel is already available. You can go ahead and join that YouTube channel. Okay, it's just the Entrepreneur Social. Also follow us on Instagram. But for today's purposes, though, let's jump over to the iPad and show y'all what Adobe has for us. Adobe has dropped this thing, man. This, I can't believe it, y'all. Like, this is iPad for like Adobe Illustrator for the iPad. Okay. And the fact that you are able to use your Apple Pencil to do a lot of like your designs, your drawings, whatever it is that you use Illustrator for, you're now able to do that with this pencil and the iPad Pro, like iPad, whatever version you have. That's the thing. They're not any iPad that's sensible to the pencil you're able to use with this. You can use your fingers and whatever with any other iPad, but the fact that like this thing was built for the Apple Pencil. Okay, so Adobe Illustrator for iPad, it's where we're at right now. Okay, so if you're any familiar with Adobe, right? I feel like I need to put myself up top for now. Let me go up here real quick. Yeah, if you're familiar with Adobe in any way, or we can go down here, you know, like this is the platform. This is what you get, and the fact that they give you this blue touch thing here, that's amazing. How many people? Let me know in the comments how many people use Adobe Illustrator. Let me know. I'm interested to know how many people are familiar with Illustrator. And what are you most excited about with using it on the iPad? So you know we use Procreate, we use even Affinity Design has an app with the iPad, but I guarantee it's not going to be anything like Illustrator. But yeah, so off the rip, these are files that like this is the program when you first open it up. And over here, you got the home on the top left here. You got your home. You got like your work, anything that you've worked on. It's all in here that you can use. And then they have like this learn tab. What's consistent in the learn tab? What you get in the learn tab here is basically you get the like stuff. Adobe have photos or they have videos on here to show you what you can learn, what you will be doing. Basically, they're talking about the program a little bit. And then on like the Discover tab, I actually just figured this part out. In the Discover tab, you would get like live stream. So you got people that's using the program via live stream on Behance. So Behance is another Adobe platform. So you got all these people here that has live streams using the program. And you can see right here, Illustrator for iPad. Everybody's hype about it. The creative market has already been going to work. People over here drawing things like this. You know, like this is folks' work that they've already been working on. Look at the stuff like this that you can now do on the go. I am super excited about this program. Okay, so first, if you look on the bottom left here, you're able to create new. You can also import. You can import a document, a file, a picture, whatever the case is. But today for this walkthrough, we're going to do a quick create new. Okay, so I went ahead, hit create new. The first thing you see here, you got all these different tabs here. You got your save, you got your print, you got your screen, you got illustration, and all of that. But over here on the top right corner, this is where you would create your document. And for me, over here in the units tab, I like to work in inches, depending on what part of the world you're in or how you read or whatever. You might be comfortable with points. You might be comfortable in millimeters, centimeters, liters, yards, whatever the case is. But for me, I work in inches. And up here as well, you can name this thing. So I'm just clicking there. I'm going to name this first. We'll just name it first look. Okay. And then I'm going to push enter there. So this program is this file is first look. It's that size, or it's in that unit. And now we can resize it here. You can just click in there where it says 24 right now and change it. So we're going to do 13 by 19. And then you got your orientation, just like any other program. You have your orientation here. You can do portrait, you can do landscape. I'm going to do this in landscape. And then your artboard, you can decide how many artboards you want. So what artboard is, let's say if you're working on like a brand package for a company or something where you need to show their logo, their business cards, everything, you can set up multiple artboards over here. Okay, so for right now, I'm just going to put 2 just so we can see it, see what it looks like. And then your color mode. So right now, from the beginning of the program, you have 2 color modes that's available. I'm pretty sure in the future to come, Adobe is going to redo this. They're going to edit it in a way where we'll be able to have more like color mode. But if you know anything about color mode, or if you're a student of HPU, you know where you need to be, or you should know the difference between the RGB and the CMYK. But real quick, if it's your first time, CMYK basically is for print. So if you're going to print anything, your CMYK color should be where you land. But if you're doing anything for screen, where it would just stay on the screen and not move anywhere, you're just sharing it on screen, then you can go to RGB. So today we'll do RGB because we're not going to print anything that we're going to do today. Okay. So then you can save this setup here for future. So next time you're doing the 13 by 19, you already have that. Okay. So I'm just going to hit file there, and then you're brought into the program. This is the 2 artboards that we had. All right. So these are our 2 artboards here, and then yes, Photoshop. Okay. Yeah, so these are just artboards, and then just like anything else, on the left side here are your tools. Okay, so your left side is your tools. You got your selection tools. You got all these different tools: your pen tools, your pencil tools, your eraser tool, all these, like your shape tool, your text tool. All these here are tools. We'll go over that as like progress in this video. And then on the right side is your task bar. All right, so you can, this is your layers. Top one there are your layers. Right now I only have 1 layer, so it's saying 1 there. Your properties bar. Okay, this is like the precision. And then you have your combined shapes here. That's like, yeah, that's your combine there. And then it's like your edit. The scissors here is your edit. All these are blank right now because nothing's going on. All right, so, and then up top, the top right corner, if you see this gear bar here, you can basically customize the app for yourself based on what you're doing. So first look is the name that we named here, the unit that we set. I'm going to go into app settings, and over here in the app settings, you have different things. So our general. So basically you can customize this thing how you want your layout to be. Okay, so my layout first on the toolbar here. On the left side, I have my toolbar. And then over on like the theme, color theme, You can set this up, customize it your way, how you want it to be. Okay, you can customize this how you want it to be. So right now I'm on dark because I feel like dark is easier on the eyes, but you can change this. Okay, just by hitting that, you can change this to light. You can change this to the lightest. But for me, I like to play with dark because like I feel like it's easier on my eyes. You know, it's easier for me to go ahead and figure this thing out this way. And then you have like stroke, skill stroke effects. All these here, I'm gonna leave them off on default for now. And then the Apple Pencil settings. So the Apple Pencil settings, you want to go ahead, see where it says palm rejections. So what the palm rejection means is if you turn this off, when you press your hand on the iPad as you're working, you're going to run into issues that your hand might mess with the artwork. But if you turn it on, it's only going to react to the Apple Pencil, which is a super dope part that they added in there. All right. Then you have this double tap feature here of the Apple Pencil. So once you hit the double tap on the pencil, something like this, that's gonna like it allows you to select and deselect. Okay. And then your touch, show tab. The reason why you're seeing this blue mark here, because I have the show tab set up. Okay, I have it set up to show tab. That's why you can see the blue mark. Okay, so we jump back in here and you have units and you have your account. This is like your account information. It tells you how much more space you have in your Adobe Cloud and all that good stuff. So those are all stuff there that we'll figure out later on. I ended up closing up the program. All right, so the next thing here that I want to go over super quick is like how you can do different things with this program. Okay, so the tool that I will probably play around with a lot is going to be like the pencil and the pen tool. And what, like, you can pinch two fingers if you're using two fingers here to zoom in, and then if you use two fingers and just do a quick pinch, it zooms it back to centered. Okay, and then over here, you see you have this like this wheel that I'm moving. This is your gesture wheel. Or I'm not sure exactly what the name is, but this allows you to do some things. It's like your keyboard. Let's say if you have a keyboard mount on, that's like the shift and alt button, as far as I've discovered. So when you're holding this thing, there's a secondary spot and then there's a primary spot. So when you're in the middle there, it's a primary spot, and there's different gestures for that. And then when you're on, like, when the circle is totally filled out, that's your secondary gesture there, secondary spot. And you can change these. I believe you can change this. All right, so when you hit the question mark here, you got different like gestures here that you can go ahead and get familiar with. Okay, so take some time, go over that if you're interested. And then you have your touch shortcuts. These are the touch shortcuts here. This is what I was just talking about. If it's in the middle, it's your primary. Anything here is what you can do. And then secondary is anything over here. All right. Super quick. Let me check in on the comments. So I need them to update the app so I can draw and edit the stroke. So yeah, I mean, the app is pretty new, so a lot of updates are going to be coming. Yeah, you got to play with it more. You probably have some of these features already over here, Jay. So you want to play with it and see what you can get. Yes, the dark mode is way better. Okay, so keep going on. So what you can do next, let's say I'm gonna bring in something, right? One of the unique part about Adobe, what I like, when you, let's say I'm working on my desktop, right? I'm gonna bring up my desktop. So this is the desktop right here, and whatever I'm working on, if I'm working on this file right now, if I do something on this, because it's going to be saved to the cloud, I can instantly access it right on my iPad. All right, so I'm going to show y'all. Let's just say I'm going to do something right here, right? I'm going to put text on this. I'm just going to type something here. Okay. Going to do this super quick, something like this. I'm going to change the fill color. All right. I'm going to put it right there. Okay, so if I put it right there, right, and I'm going to actually open up the same file in my iPad or on my iPad. This is the same file right here on the iPad. Okay, that's the same. Is that the same one? It might be. Yeah, this should be the same one. All right, so this is the iPad screen, and this here is my computer screen. So for me to get this to sync, what I have to do on the computer right now, if I want to access it or keep working with it on my computer, first thing, you have to save this. Okay, so when you go to File, Save As, you want to save to the cloud document. If you save it to cloud, you will be able to access it anywhere else. So the first thing is here. We're just going to name it blah, 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 blah. And we're going to hit save. Okay. So now that that's saved, I'm going to jump back onto the iPad. I'm going to jump back over onto the iPad. And when I go home and open this document again, it instantly syncs over. And now here's our document that we just worked on the computer, and it automatically syncs over on the iPad. This right here is going to be a game changer for a lot of us because, like I said, I can be working on something. Somebody can send me a file that is an Illustrator file, and from there I can upload that file onto my iPad simply from saving it. That right there is a plus. So how many iPad users do we have right now in watching this live? If you're watching this live and you're an iPad user and you're also a Adobe user, let me know in the comments. Okay, so that's the first thing. Okay, that's the first thing there. And the next thing here that I like about the program is going to be, I'm gonna open this here, our original file. It's basically the files, like your pencil tool. So this is your pen tool, right? And if you're familiar with the pen tool is a tricky tool. Let me test this out first. Okay. So the fact that you're able to use this pen tool just using your Apple Pencil is golden. Okay, I'm also going to jump over here to the pencil tool. And you're like the fact that it's sensitive to the pencil, like you can go light and then heavy. You can go light and then heavy. That's a good, it's super good tip right there that's going to be valuable to a lot of us. There is still more that I have to learn in the program, but I just wanted to walk y'all through this and see what you can do of first impression. And so over here, you got your fill colors. These are your fill colors here. And then you got your stroke color. And just like that, by swapping over the fill, like you see the arrow there, you can swap up and swap down to get them to flip around. So if I wanted my stroke color to be black, I can just swap down. And then if I want the other way around, I can just swap up. That's golden right there. So the other thing here, I want to talk a little bit about bringing in files. So if you see this picture, looks like a picture right here. Once you hit that, you're able to bring in files or shoot a file on your camera roll. So just like that, I can go ahead, open up the camera and just take a photo while I'm working in Adobe, or I can take something from my picture, like on my iPad, and I can go to like one of my albums. Let me choose on favorite, and let's go ahead and bring in my guy right here. Where'd he go? Where did it go? Let's bring it in. There you go. So here's my guy. So the first thing when you bring in the image, right, you can resize your image. You can resize the image by just hitting one of the corners here, and it automatically comes in on its own layer. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is my favorite part about this program right now is the symmetry tools on the bottom right side here. Your symmetry or your repeat tools. That right there is going to save a lot of us some time. What's going on, Sketches? Sketches said I might have missed it, but what are the specs you need for the iPad to run Illustrator? It has to be I believe it have to be the iPad Pro, or just an iPad that's capable of using the Apple Pencil. I think that's the only part there. It just needs to be able to use the Apple Pencil. Okay, so whatever iPad that's able to use the Apple Pencil, I believe that's all you need to get this thing going. Okay, so I got my guy here, right? We're gonna attempt to trace my man right now, because this is gonna be one of my favorite part of Adobe, of the Illustrator tool. So I got my layers opened up. You can see it comes in as a layer on its own, and all these other ones here are just like, we can get rid of this. I'm just sliding to the left here, and I'm gonna delete that layer. And all these blank paths, we can get rid of them. Okay, so our image comes in, right? And the first thing that I want to do, if I'm going to trace over this image here, I want to turn down the opacity on this image. So I'm just going to hit on my properties right here, and I'm going to bring the opacity down a bit so I'm able to see what my stroke is going to be. Okay, and then I'm going to create a new layer. Just layer and then hit the plus sign there. You have a new layer that you're going to draw on, and we're going to grab, I'm going to come over here and grab my, let's see, we're going to use, maybe we'll use the pen tool. Okay, and what I want to do here now is, when I'm going to touch, and then I'm going to touch here. Actually, we're going to change this from fill. We want no fill. We want no fill. We want stroke black. Okay. So I'm gonna step back. We want no fill. We want stroke to be black. Okay. All right. So, oh, come on, stepping back too far. I'm gonna click once. I'm gonna click here, and by clicking and basically like click and drag, that allows you to do this stroke. Okay. So now I'm gonna touch right here to bring that back. So I have this stroke here, right? I'm gonna come into my properties tab, and I'm gonna make my stroke a little bit bigger. Like I'm gonna increase my stroke a little bit. And to increase my stroke, the stroke size is here. I'm just gonna hit on this area right here, increase the stroke. And then you can decide what type of stroke you want. For us right now, we're on, let's do like a round stroke. And then what I want to show y'all now, this tool is the Symmetry tool. Right here, the bottom, the last tool here is your repeat tool. So what you can do, go over to the selection tool. Make sure you go home to the selection tool. When you come over here to the Symmetry tool, the first thing you're going to do here is the mirror. Okay, so I'm going to mirror this selection. So by mirroring this selection now, I'm just going to take it. I'm going to take my second selection. Put it there. I got to figure out how to break it. I would break it. Should be able to break this here. Okay, edit. Then that didn't work. Excuse me, y'all. So this was supposed to be come in separated. Let me go over into the layers. First of all, I'm not even on the right layer. I should have been drawing there. That's the move. I have to, let me see. Is it expand? So I expand it, I ungroup it. No, but it's one. It's not the right tool. All right, let's figure it out. Let me go back. So right here. Okay. Interesting. It's not working for me right now. So these were supposed to come in as two separate parts. No, I lost it. All right, that didn't work. What I was trying to show y'all is not working. What's up, J Bell? Why is it? I figure it out. Damn it. It's got to be. Is it here? Is it this? Not that. That didn't work. Let's try this one more time. I'm going to draw over again. Make sure I'm on this blank layer. Zoom in. Okay. Now, if I come up here, go down here, and then choose mirror, what should have happened is that this, there it is. All right, done. There it goes. Okay, so now this tool comes over. I'm going to put this one over here, right? And what this allows me to do now, let me see if this actually works. All right, so there you go. So basically, I finally got it to work. Sorry about the wait, but basically, what I just did, I mirrored like I drew one side, right? So basically, what this is, anything that's what's the word, symmetrical. Once you draw one side, like I did the first thing, then I went ahead and mirrored it. So now that just put me in the symmetrical mode. So once anything I do on one side now, it's going to automatically happen on the other side. I know that my lines are not perfect there, but just to show y'all what I'm talking about here. So I'm only going to draw over on this side, and damn it. So to step back is two fingers. To move forward, you can either hit the button up here to go back to where you were. Okay. Now, when I go back to my drawing tool, see, I'm drawing on one side and it's happening on the other side as well. So to get those corners there, what I'm doing, when you stop, you automatically get like a sharp turn. So I stop there, I got a sharp turn, and then I can just keep going. So like stuff like that. With time, it'll be good. If I was putting some time in here, we can definitely get good results with this. So I'm down here again. I'm just going. So like something like that as well. Like there's a lot that you can do with this thing. But yeah, that's one point there. That's that part there I like. I'm not gonna spend too much time with it. That's something I can do on my own time. But I just wanted to show y'all that part as far as like the symmetrical part of things. That's gonna be a game saver, a game changer there. So next thing I want to do here, right? The next tool, let's bring back our guy. Let's go back to him. Let's bring him, go to him here. Let's bring that opacity back up. We'll use the same one here. And I'm going to resize him. I'm going to resize him like that. And the next tool here is going to be my radius tool. So just by pushing that button there, right? So what I did here, I went ahead, I placed the one guy, and then I'm actually going to duplicate him. I'm going to duplicate him one time. Once you hit the duplicate down here, you won't see it right away, but it's there. So I'm going to place him like right about here, right? And then I'm going to select both of these. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hit my radius tool. So what that did, it went ahead and basically like put my text in a radius in a circle based on whatever you had down there. And with these handles here, you can change how many you want. I can get a lot of them, something like that. You can do something like this, you know. And then once you do that, you also have the middle area here where you can tweak as well. Like you can do like a few of them if that's what you want. Depending on what image you have. This image is a JPEG, so it's overlapping. It's not really showing you what I want to show you, but that part there is going to be cool. Right, and then let's try another one. The other part here, I think it's grid. Let's go back a few. Let's just leave my guy here. And I'm gonna come over here and let's try grid. So grid, what grid allows you to do, which is gonna be super cool for a lot of us that's doing like patterns. So the grid is an easy way to do these seamless patterns. So you see, I had one guy up, and now with that one that I did, I'm able to draw like seamlessly more of this guy. So I can move the whole thing over on this top area here. Actually, gonna move this. So I'm gonna move him like right there, right? It sucks that it's not a PNG file. So now I got more of that. I can bring him down more. You know, like that's how you would do like seamless patterns just with like one click. That's gonna be dope there for a lot of us that want to do like the step and repeat stuff off of just one click of a button. Okay. What else is cool here? So that's it for that. There's a lot more that you can do with this. And so the next thing here, let's see. We have our shapes. Ooh, let's talk a little bit about shapes. I'm gonna get rid of my guy here. I'm gonna just go over to this other layer, other artboard. So now the next thing that I want to talk about or try out, because this stuff is live. I'm doing it live. You guys know, like a lot of things happen live, but and the program is new. So the next tool here that's going to be unique for a lot of us is going to be like the text. It's like text on path. So let's pretend like I drew a path here. I'm going to draw a path. Let's do a stroke. Black, no fill. Okay, so I have this. I'm going to increase it a little bit. Get round. Now, I'm going to do a text. Let's just do a text here on my T tool. Let's make our text a little bigger. Okay. Now I'm come over to my. So it's a lot you can do with the text. If you look at the bottom bar here, you can change the space in between the text. You can also change the line width, but it's only one line here. You got a keyboard here where you can type in if you want to type something and you don't have a keyboard. You can do that. Okay. You also have, once you hit on the text, you have different options here where you can change the type of font that you need. Okay, regular and all that. Okay. So what I want to do now, let's see, how do we do this? That's not it. So let's go back here. Let's do this. And so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to hit the T button and then text on path. So you see now the path that we had, I was able to get my text on there. Somebody's knocking at my door. 1 second. Doing a video. Yeah, so this is the text on path. This is going to be cool for a lot of us that wants to do like cool stuff like this, you know. So now you have this text here. where you can just move it around. Boom. Something like that. And as far as like the stroke is not even there right now. You see there's no stroke. This is cool. You can do the same thing with like circles. So let's say I drew a circle. I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm going to take an ellipse. I'm going to just draw an ellipse here. Put my ellipse down. So if you hold down the middle of this circle here, you would get your ellipse to be straight. And then I'm going to actually take away the fill, add a little bit of stroke there. And we're going to turn our stroke up a little bit. Okay, so my stroke size is like that. And now I'm going to take a text. I'm going to do a font. Let's do something. Let's take this font. Let's bring it over here. And now I'm going to select both of them. And when I go back to it. Let's go up here. So make sure both of them are highlighted, and then you can do text on path. So I know people are gonna say, how do you put like a text around a circle? That's how you'll put the text around the circle there. And then you can change this around. You can move it around, and you can move it in, and then you drag it out, it goes out, and then you drag it in, it stays in. So if you wanted it to be, let's say we wanted it there, right? And then we want another one on the top. All you have to do is you have to repeat the circle. So you have to duplicate that circle so you're able to do the same thing on the top. So we'll duplicate this. And now we have one up top and we have one on the bottom. And now you can change the font by just double clicking there. And you can resize it any way you want. Okay. What's going on? Say you have a question, go ahead, drop your question. That's why we're here. But yeah, you guys have any question about it so far? We're just doing a walkthrough. I'm just figuring out as we go as well. And pretty soon we'll be able to walk you through how to do this as soon as I figure it out, you know. That's that. It's a lot more that you can do with this thing, man. I'm gonna delete all of these. The drawing part of things, I'm gonna play with that drawing more because that's what I really want to do with this program. So let's get it figured out a little bit more. Turn the opacity down a bit. Do this new layer here. Let's grab our pen tool. I don't even bank with Wells Fargo and they're calling me. Okay, so I'm gonna play with this drawing a little bit more and see. So you can also lock the layer so it's not moving. You're not affecting it. I'm just gonna lock it right there. hitting the lock menu there. So now the best you can do is just like zoom in with 2 fingers and just like grab your pen tool. Maybe on a new layer. Pen tool. Just take off the stroke. Or take off the fill, put on the stroke. No fill. Stroke. Okay. So if we click there once, we click here, and then put up something like that. Okay. And then we have that. We're going to this is Illustrator. It's a little finicky. I mean, you can't be talking to me on my live video, my man. So I'm doing, I'm just clicking and you can add another point right there, move it around. And so let's go back here, right? So once you go back there, you get this menu down here. What you can do, let's turn the stroke up a little bit. Too big. Okay, see how it's nice and jagged. What we can do here. Mhm. Edit your points by just double clicking on it. You can get it nice and round. So my man say, I'm new to this business. I've searched around and it said use GIMP because it's easy and free. So I'm trying to find a good 100% polyester shirt in bulk. As far as shirt, which question? What's the question? Is it the shirts or the program to use? Because if you're really trying to do this thing here as a business, I would say you stay away from those free programs and get familiar with the industry standard softwares, which would be Adobe, All right. And so yeah, instead of like using GIMP because it's free, you're gonna spend all this time and use and learn how to use GIMP. And then in the future, you're gonna have to learn how to use the industry standard stuff. So if you're able to manage and start off with the industry standard stuff, I would say go there instead of like wasting your time and learning GIMP and all that stuff because you're gonna regret it in the long run or you're gonna waste money. And then as far as polyester shirts, I get my shirts from SNS Activewear, but with SNS, you're gonna need a reseller's permit. And I'm also trying to find an all over shirt design so I can just load an image into it. So if you're just starting off and to get on the all over shirt wave, there's a lot that goes into the all over shirt. So if you're just starting off, as you said, maybe the all over shirt is not like the first place to go. But if you're interested in like a template, I do have a template on my website that you can use. And that website is heatpressuniversity.com. As far as like all over shirts, that's a good template there that you can go ahead and check out. So can you walk me through making one shirt and I will toss you some bread? Hey, on the website, I also have consultation on the website. You can book an hour consultation. I believe they're like 99 bucks or something like that. And we can do whatever you want to do within that hour. It's your hour, you pay for it. So hey, check out the website. And that's heatpressuniversity.com. I also have Heat Press University, which is at courses.heatpressuniversity.com. You can join the monthly subscription and everything that you want to learn is being taught in there. You said so download. Yes, I would say go ahead and download Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop. Those are industry standard programs, man. If you're really trying to learn the game, that's where I would say you go. You spent $8,000 already. That's good. But I mean, on just the printer and the PC. Okay, so did you get a heat press? I mean, $8,000 on just a printer and a PC. I'm a little concerned. What type of printer is that? That's the thing, guys. Like off the start, when you're just starting off, you don't need to put all this money into it. Okay. I'm not sure if that was a typo, but my man, American Balls Gaming, saying that he's already spent $8,000 on a PC and a printer. And if those are the only two things that you purchased for $8,000, uh, bro, I don't know, man. I feel like that money wasn't well spent because I would tell people all you need to start off is a heat press, and I stick to that. That's my word. All you need to get started is a heat press, and everything else you can do as you grow. You can bring them into the business. When I started, all it was a heat press. Okay, then you got to use the other companies that are out there that's doing it to outsource like your prints and stuff like that. That send it to you, and you go ahead and you print it. But when you're already coming into the game, spending all that money, but it's not yet knowledgeable about it, I would say go ahead. Oh, he said, no, it wasn't a typo. I already have 200 orders. Okay. I mean, I understand that. So, but again, did you get a heat press and what type of heat press did you get? So if you're looking for the paper and the ink for ink, I'm sure you're talking about sublimation for ink. I would say go ahead and check out Cosmos Ink, you know, and let me drop the link to the Cosmos Ink for you. If you want to use that, that'd be great. Let's say it is an affiliate link, so I do get a little bit of pushback on it. And Anything else you might need as far as like vinyl, paper, stuff like that. There goes some links that you can use to get yourself started. And all these links should be in the description of the videos. Go ahead, check them out. Yeah, so this is basically I just want to do that walkthrough on this program here. You can see myself. I still got a lot more playing around to do with the program, but all in all, it is an awesome program. So you got the 24-inch sublimation printer from Epson. Okay, would that be the F570? If that's the one you got, that's a good printer there. So yeah, if you're trying to make the designs, I would say you can jump in my class, which is courses.hepressuniversity.com. The link is there as well. And I literally have classes on all over prints. I have courses on designs, Photoshop, and all of that. So any one of those links down there should guide you the right way. Okay. So that was the quick walkthrough there, guys. So as I learn the program myself and start and work with it more, we would definitely spend some time in the program. And who knows, there's gonna probably be a nice course coming out on the program to get detailed video on it. So drop your questions if you have any more questions. If you're new here watching for the first time, smash that like button and hit the subscribe button. Facebook, smash that like button as well. And yeah, I see y'all on the next one. Say I'm a screamer. I get paid to play. Nice. So what I did was invest in myself, as you should be. You should always be investing in yourself. I wasn't it wasn't any merch stores around my area, so I knocked two birds out with one stone. That's what I'm talking about. We'll have to check out your channel there. Yeah, but that's great. I'm glad that you're investing in yourself and you're trying to spend money to put back into your brand or your business. And then you're also trying to target people around you because nobody else is doing it. That's interesting. That's a good way to look at it. So yeah, just make sure you get the right equipment and you're spending and you're getting the right mentors, man. Mentors are important, and taking these classes that I spoke about will definitely guide you the right way. Meanwhile, I got a straggler in here that just pop up in my shop. One of the students just pops up, interrupt my live. But yeah, y'all. So I'm out of here. Until next time. Say okay. So you're from PA. Okay. I'm gonna be coming to the ATL soon, so might have to link up. But all right, y'all. I gotta go, and actually got some work to do. And I see y'all later. What's up, C Block? C Block said he slapped that like button. I hope y'all all slapped that like button one time on y'all way in. All right, y'all. Have a blessed one. I'm out.